What are the mass percents or percent compositions of each particular element inside of iron 2 nitrate? Well, fairly straightforward process. We're simply going to find the mass first, total mass, and then we're going to find those percents. Watch. Bam. So the first thing I'm going to do is write down the elements I see in the compound. So I see iron, Fe, I see nitrogen, N, and I see O, oxygen. Then we're going to do the number of atoms. We're going to write them down. That's where the subscripts come into play. So if you don't see a subscript at the bottom of a particular element, that means that there is only one of them. So one iron. Nitrate, also there's one, but nitrogen is tied into this nitrate polyatomic anion, and we have two of them. So therefore we'd have two nitrogens. In other words, just simply take the subscript of nitrogen, multiply it by the outer subscript to find the total. Then we're going to do the same process for oxygen. It's 3, but there's an outer subscript of 2, so just simply multiply those two together. And that works out to be a total of 6. Then we're simply going to multiply those number of atoms by the mass of the element. Where do we find the mass? To the periodic table. To the Batcave. I don't know why that spurred that memory, but okay. Anyway, iron's mass is going to be 55.85, nitrogen is 14.01, and oxygen is going to be 16. So let's write them in. So this is 55.85, nitrogen is going to be 14.01, and oxygen is 16. Then we're going to find the total mass of each element in the compound, and all we have to simply do is just multiply the row on across. Right, so the total mass of iron here is going to be 55.85, easy peasy. Total mass of nitrogen here is going to be 28.02. And the total mass of oxygen there is going to be 96. So, to find the total mass of the entire compound now, that looks like 96.W. Should be 2 zeros. Now, to find the total mass of the entire compound, just simply add up this column. And when we do that, we find a total mass here of about 179.87. And there you have it. That's the total mass of the compound. Now, that's what we need before we can calculate the percents of all these different elements. So, what I'm going to do is add another column, and you're going to see how easy this really is. Bam. So to find the mass percent of the percent composition of iron, let's say we're going to take the total mass of that iron, we're going to divide it then by the total mass of the entire compound. So this is simply going to be 55.85 divided by then the total mass of the compound, 179.87. Now, by the way, the units here are irrelevant because whatever unit you use on the top will be the same as the bottom, so they'll cancel. And this is a simple percent calculation anyway. They should have no units. All right, part over whole times 100. So when we calculate that, it should work out to be a percentage of roughly 31.05%. All right, that takes care of that. For nitrogen now, we're going to take the total mass of the nitrogen, 28.02, not the mass, not the atomic mass or the molar mass or the whatever you want to call it, molecular mass, but the total mass. And we're going to divide that by the 179.87, multiply that by 100, and the percent of nitrogen now in the compound is going to be 15.58%. And then last but not least, we'll do the same thing for oxygen here. So there's going to be 96. Forget about the zeros because it doesn't do anything in the calculation. Might matter on the sig figs, but quite honestly, who cares about the sig figs? Except when your professor takes off, 72 points, and you're left with the 28. So anyway, percent here, it's going to be 53.37. And that looks like, I don't even know what number that looks like, but that's what it is. So anyway, that's the percent, 53.37. And then if you can understand my handwriting, take a look at the Rosetta Stone. You can probably figure that out. When you add these all together, you're going to get a total of 100%. And that's all there is to it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much for tuning in. All right, we really appreciate it. If you can just give us a hand, like, subscribe, tell your friends. It means the world to us. All right, we got thousands of videos out there, more coming. Let's keep it going. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.